guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a reading books that have gone viral on TikTok, and I have already began one that I have been highly anticipating, and that is Magnolia Parks. I am about 100 pages in, and let me tell you, I already ordered the second one. I already ordered the second book, and it's gonna be here on Sunday. Today is Tuesday, because I am absolutely obsessed with this already. I don't know if you, it's not that I don't know, I know for sure you've heard of Magnolia Parks, but not everybody loves this book because it is a toxic relationship. However, I went into the book already kind of expecting the toxicness, so I am enjoying it. It's kind of like a reality TV show. Like, you know, the people on the show are going to be toxic, but that's the point. So anyway, I am very much enjoying this book. I am going to do kind of like a reading vlog style and bring you guys along with me as I read some viral TikTok videos, or some books that have gone viral on TikTok. So like I said, I'm starting with Magnolia Parks, and then depending on when I finish this, I am going to read Flawless by Elsie Silver. Let's go ahead and see how I like them. So just an update, I am on page 204, yeah, 204, so I'm like halfway through Magnolia Parks, and I am absolutely eating this up. Gossip Girl in London, reality TV vibes. This is fake dating trope, found family trope, cheating trope. So if you just go into this though, knowing that it's just for pure entertainment, you are going to love this. I am literally so obsessed. I already ordered Daisy Hates, and it's coming in tonight, so I'm gonna try to finish this today, which I think will be so easy because I saw Haley Pham on YouTube say that this was like a stream of consciousness, the writing, and it definitely is. You feel like you're just thinking in your head. But so I'm going through it fairly quickly, and I am loving this. The things that BJ does to Magnolia are so messed up, and she knows it. It's not like this is a romance, and you should by any means look up to the things that go on in this book. And it's also Magnolia that does things to BJ. They both just engage in very toxic behavior to one another, but they're very drawn to each other as well. So that's why there's so much push and pull, and I get why some people don't like the storyline because it is pretty toxic. The only thing that's like a little I like, but it's also a little obnoxious, is like for everything, Magnolia knows the exact brand and exactly what somebody's wearing, and the way it's described is like a long run-on freaking sentence of like what they're wearing. So they'll be like the Gucci red velvet silk coat woven, but like I just get lost halfway through that sentence and I'm just like skimming through that part. But I know some people like that. But if you go into it for pure entertainment purposes, you are going to love this. Like, this is my top #1 book of 2023, and I'm not even done reading it. Like, I think this series is going to change my life. Like, I am so obsessed with this book that I just want to go back to every other 5-star I've ever rated, and the star rating has to go down because this is just crazy. This will have you feeling, okay? If you want to feel something, you need to read this. I'm absolutely obsessed, and I will check back in as I read along. You know what this is? Let's do a little unboxing. This cover is so gorgeous. I love these covers. They're just so cool. And apparently from the videos I watched, I don't remember whose video I watched, but someone said that the artist that illustrated these covers, this was like the first time she did them for covers, and then these books went viral, which is pretty crazy. This is so beautiful. I love the colors and the flowers, and this is just, even the back is so cute. What does it say? No guns at the dinner table. Just I'm literally gonna get through this so quick so that I can start this, and I'm gonna have to order. Sorry, my dog is eating his food, but I'm gonna have to order the other 2 books because I am too excited. Alright guys, so since the last time I checked in with you guys, a lot has actually happened. I did finish Magnolia Parks. A lot got very weird. Between Magnolia and BJ, things got so freaking weird. And I was just like, do these things really even happen in person, like, as adults? Because I feel like things that happened in that book, like, okay, it was like, it could happen in high school, but in real life, does that really happen? Where everybody is just friends and it's just awkward, and then you just bring along your new boyfriend, and that was just very weird. Like, there were parts of this book where I'm like, what? However, with that being said, BJ's audacity is insane. Like, Magnolia's audacity is also insane, but BJ's audacity is crazy. Like, the things he says to Magnolia in this book, there were so many times where I was like in awe, just absolutely flabbergasted. It's also weird because they have this thing where they ask each other, how's the weather, after they go through something or they talk or they hang out, and like they'll tell each other like good or bad depending on how they're feeling. And the fact that like BJ would do some hurtful stuff, or vice versa, Magnolia would do something hurtful, and then right after, like literally right after, they would text each other. What? It was so crazy. Like, the push and pull dynamic between these 2 characters are nuts. I feel like they're both very childish, but BJ is childish in like the most annoying way, and Magnolia is just childish in like a bratty type of, I'm a rich kid, I get whatever I want type of way, if that makes sense. The way BJ expresses himself is just so childish. Like, I think he's just very childish. I don't love his character. I mean, obviously all these people, you're kind of like, wow, you guys are also toxic. I feel like you can understand some characters more than others. Like, personally, I love Tom England. I love Christian. I actually feel so bad for Christian. I feel like the position he's in is just the worst. At least in this book. I don't know about the rest. This book has very great metaphors, and now I understand why everybody was saying that they love the quotes in this book. The metaphors are crazy, and they really just connect you to the characters even more and just make you feel everything so much more intensely. Up until like halfway through the book, or a little bit more over halfway, I thought I was gonna rate this 5 stars, and on Goodreads I did rate this 5 stars, but toward the endish kind of, I don't know, I feel like this is also, side note, probably a personal problem, but after like 350 pages, I start to lose so much interest in a book, and I know that's a personal problem. It's not the author, because it happens to me in every single book, and then at the end it kind of picks up again when there's like the plot twist. At the end there was a crazy plot twist that I really did not see coming. Like, I had to read that paragraph like 3 times because I was like, wait, did that just happen? I kind of bumped it down to like 4.75, maybe even 4.5, I'm not sure. Only because I feel like it did get very redundant, and I know that was the point. You're in a toxic relationship dynamic type of thing, and it's just kind of the same stuff happening over and over and over. And I guess when 2 people are toxic and they just go through this, like, it kind of does happen that way, where it's like the same thing is happening over and over. So I know that was the point of Jessa Hastings, how she wrote it, but it just got kind of redundant at some point. Like, I already knew what was gonna happen. Like, she was gonna pop up with a new boyfriend, he was gonna get upset, he was gonna be there with the friends. So that's why I bumped it down a little. But I was really just hooked on this book the whole time, and it is really different than like anything I've ever read before. So if you don't get easily triggered by like toxic relationships and you can kind of understand that this is just a story and pure entertainment, then I do 100% recommend reading this. I wanted to go ahead and jump into Flawless, and as you can see, I already started it. I'm only on chapter 6, page 66, and so far I'm really loving it. They literally mentioned Yellowstone, and that's when I was like, yeah, I'm gonna love this. Before I even read that, I literally told my boyfriend, I was like, this is giving me Yellowstone vibes. And like I said, I'm not too far into the book, but I am really liking it so far, so I will keep you guys updated. Just a little update, I am on page 302, so I am almost done with the book. I have about 150 pages left. I don't think I've updated you since I started reading this book. So far, I am absolutely loving this book, and I know for sure I have to read the rest of the series because I'm loving it. The only thing I will say that I didn't love was I feel like she went a little overboard on the spice. Now I know some people don't, or I don't mind spice either, but I know some people love it. However, I feel like she went a little overboard because there was literally 2 entire chapters of just full-blown spice. I literally just skimmed through it because it was boring. Like, not that her writing was boring, but like I am just not interested in reading 2 entire chapters about a sex scene. So that's the only downside that I've seen so far with this book. And if you haven't read it already, it's basically about Rhett and Summer. And Rhett is a bull rider, but he gets himself in trouble with like sponsorships, and just he is pretty blunt and he says something that affects his sponsorships, and his fans are looking at him differently. Summer's dad is Rhett's manager, and Summer works for her dad, and he basically gets Summer to be like Rhett's babysitter, like just follow him around and make sure he doesn't get in trouble and fix this problem. They obviously fall for each other. I feel like in the beginning I kind of got grumpy sunshine trope, like he was the grumpy one and she was like all happy, but then he kind of just calms down and you realize he's actually really nice. So I wouldn't really say he's too grumpy, but then it kind of switches. I feel like then she kind of is like the grumpy and he's the sunshine. So I don't know. I'm really just enjoying this book and I love the cowboy vibes. I think Elsie Silver did such a great job at writing this book. Like, I do not want to even put it down. Hi. Hello, Tatsumi. Yeah, so we have a visitor and he loves the book as well, right? So I am going to finish this book and give you my final thoughts. So I finally finished Flawless, and I ended up rating this 4.5 stars. I mentioned earlier the only reason why I bumped it down from a 5-star is because I feel like she kind of overdid it a little with the spice. Again, if that's your thing, that's perfectly fine. You might absolutely love this book and not find anything wrong with it, because literally that's the only thing that made me bump it down to like a 4 stars. And also because sometimes I feel like the things they said to each other were a little cheesy. Again, that's just my specific taste. Besides that, everything about this book was so perfect. Their banter was so cute, and this is like a forced proximity trope. Earlier I said that Summer's dad is Rhett's manager, but he's actually the agent. Sorry, the Roomba is just deciding that it wants to just be so loud when I'm trying to record a video. Gotta love it. I don't want to say too much. This was so cute, and I literally read this in 3 days. I could have read this in one sitting. Alright guys, so that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me read Magnolia Parks and Flawless and hearing all my thoughts and my reviews. And yeah, I really enjoyed this video. I really love these 2 books, and I 100% think you should read them if they are your style. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.